I'm in my car. I'm in the car. I'm in the car. I'm in the car. I'm in the car going out, guys. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. Tink tink. I've seen that. You drive on the other side of the road. No, no, no. Only when someone talks to me, then I answer. I'm in the car. That's why you can't hear anything. I put myself on mute because my dad's listening to the news. No, 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 no. It's okay. It's all right. No, 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 no. It's okay. Just put it. You want to? Someone wants to hear the news.
is Labor.
Thank you, Minister. So you spoke about ambition and that one.
This is Parliament news, guys.
National Housing Supply Council says you'll be
while we're on the road.
Are you willing to say you're not on track and explain why?
Well, Tom, again, we need a bold and ambitious target because boldness and ambition is exactly what is required here. So instead of washing our hands of the problem as the former government did,
Hit the thumbs up button, guys.
Stepped up and engaged with the states to negotiate a shared target across the country of 1.2 million homes.
Hit the thumbs up.
Now, how are we going against that target? I said we've built 500,000 homes since we've been in government. We've got critical policies in train that are helping us get there. Things like fee-free take.
Thanks for the love hearts.
Michael and his colleagues want to scrap things like the planning reform that's occurring at a state level. Now, do we need to do more? Absolutely we do. If this was a simple problem that could be fixed in a 3-year term of a government, it wouldn't be a 40-year-old crisis that's been building for our country. Now, what I do want to say to you, Tom, is that we're making real progress against these targets. Now, Michael's used some numbers there that are a bit old. It's true that some time ago, when we first set this target, the industry said if you continue on this current trajectory, you are going to fall significantly short. The last Master Builders report that came out showed that we've made up 240,000 of the gap just because of the work that we've done. Now, this is something that the government is going to need to continue to work on. But what we're seeing is really positive improvement in the data, and we'll continue to work with states and territories to get there.
So you describe yourself as behind the target, but you hope to make up that gap still with new policies that you've announced.
Well, it's not so much new policies. A lot is coming online here, Tom. You know, some of the things that are holding us back from building at the rate we need, for example, are skill shortages. And that's why we're training so many more Australians in the skills that we need.
Are you going straight or are you turning
and that's
left?
why the PM has worked with the states to make really drastic planning changes to make us get more houses online more quickly. What I would just finish by saying,
You're going on the
Tom,
freeway.
is that the answer here, what the coalition has said, we're just not going to have a target. We'll just build as many homes as we build. I mean, come on. We need a coalescing goal for the nation to rally around, and that is exactly what we're doing.
Well, you're stealing my next question here. This one is for you, Shadow Minister. You have criticised the Labor target. You don't appear to have one. Will you set a target, and will you keep in place the housing planning reform the state signed up to, whether that be reform it, in some way keep it, or will you scrap it?
Well, the problem for Claire and the government is that when you continually say to Australians, who I think have every right to take you at face value, that you're going to deliver 1.2 million homes when you're falling hundreds of thousands of homes short, you're insulting their intelligence. When you tell Australians, as
Yeah, me too.
then in her remarks, that
I love going on car rides.
the government's building more homes, well, that is against every single ABS statistic that every single person in this room could find very easily on their phone. We're building fewer homes after 3 years of the Labor government than the former coalition government, which Claire criticises. So if the former coalition government was so terrible, I wonder how Claire would judge this government, because they're building 30,000 homes a year less. So we're building fewer homes, and yet we have a government putting out a target that they now know they won't meet. They now know they won't meet. Well, we will build more homes than the Labor Party. In the preceding 5 years before this government came to power, Australia built more than 1 million homes. Routinely in Australia, over 5-year periods, in about the last 25 years, we've built more than 1 million homes. We're not on track to build 1 million homes after 5 years of the Labor government, so we've actually gone backwards. We're not even maintaining the status quo of what Australia was building previously, so we're going backwards.
Call Priya phone.
Calling Priya phone.
to get a construction
My
worker
mum was on the
through
phone,
skills
guys. That's why I had to put
as it is
myself
a
on
nurse,
mute.
for example, and remove barriers such as
So you have done
local
everything.
labour test and the $10,000 fee.
Because someone was telling why they can't hear me, so that's what I told them. I told them.
Australians first for these jobs, so that's why you've seen the government make massive investments in this. Remember, free taste that the coalition say that they want to grab.
They want to hear this. Everyone wants to hear
In
this.
new professions through that, about 40,000, sorry, it's actually 600,000 now, and about 40,000.
That's the news for you,
people
Ting
have
Ting.
trained in construction
They just talk.
professions. The Prime Minister has also
Ting
put a
Ting
proposal
Ting
in
said
place
hello.
that gives $10,000 to apprentices that have those skills who come and train in residential construction.
Hey, Maddie.
We will use the migration system where it's needed. Last year, about
Is it needed? Quite clearly, there is a
Make sure you hit
shortage.
the
You're
like
saying
button,
it
guys.
easier to get construction workers
Thumbs
in.
up.
The challenge is not necessarily the ease of bringing construction workers in. We have a demand-driven migration system. About 10,000 construction workers came in through that system.
My auntie
last
lives
year.
down here.
I'd expect those numbers to be
Down this
around
way.
the same. But Tom, we're
Turn
an
that
Australian
way.
government, and our focus is making sure that we train Australians for these fantastic jobs. If you're a Sparky, if you're going to build a home, you're probably never going to be out of work in Australia, and we want to support our young
But
kids.
there are barriers in there you
No, I
could
know.
remove, such as a $10,000 fee and a labour market test. You won't consider that?
When the construction professions are on the list of professions that are in shortage in Australia today, Tom, so I don't agree that there are major constraints in the migration system to bring construction workers to Australia. What I will say is that we're a government that's got serious investments and policies on the table to train up Australians. The coalition don't.
Okay.
I was just
And
telling
so
Maddie
a
Ice
similar
to
question you around getting
put the
more
thumbs
training.
up
Do you think
on
that's part of
the
the
stream.
Making it easier, I just want you, given that you've also got this renewed pledge, I believe, from Peter Dutton to cut the net overseas migration, how is that going to fit in with bringing in more tradies to Australia?
So let's just start with where Claire finished off. The CFMU will not allow the Labor Party to make the changes that Tom
Oh,
has
this
described.
area
The sorts of
is
changes that we bring in
Rowville, not Rowville. This area
That's
is
the situation.
Noble Park.
at the moment.
Noble Park. This is Noble Park.
Where we will agree is I think it is important that we do train a local
This is Noble
workforce.
Park
One of the
in
reasons
Melbourne, Australia.
why
More
we're
they say
putting,
Melbourne,
in place
Australia.
An apprentice wage subsidy up to $12,000. But let's be very clear that the CFMU will not
The
allow
traffic is
Labor
very
Party,
busy now,
to do that. The other problem,
as you can
sadly,
see.
well, with respect to migration, before
It's not as
move
busy.
off it,
It only gets busy at around maybe 3:30 in the afternoon. School time.
We cannot continue.
It's all right,
a
Tink Tink.
migration
It's okay.
level at that elevated amount when we're building fewer homes. It's an undisputable fact we are building fewer homes,
build more homes.
and so we have to bring down net overseas migration, and only one party will do that, and that's ourselves. Having said that, of course, I think, Tom, you need to reorient the skills list to bring in more of the skills we need.
9:54.
In those trades.
It's
Unencumbered by the
it's
CFMU, who seems to have had a
12:54
veto right over this government.
p.m. here. 12:54 p.m.
More construction.
on a
on a
Wednesday afternoon.
We're going to drastically reduce migration and reorient that smaller program into the sorts of trades we need to support our local workers.
Minister, you've mentioned again the superannuation policy today. I've seen a previous comment from you, it will increase prices by $92,000. So if giving everybody access to their super at the same time turbocharges added increases prices, wouldn't the same thing happen under your recent announcement? Every first home buyer has the ability to buy a house now.
Yes, I am.
How much would that increase house prices by?
So, Tom, we've got Treasury advice on the proposal to expand the opportunity for young Australians to get into the market with a 5% deposit that tells us there will not be a significant impact on house prices. So let me tell you why. This is a scheme that has about 50,000 places available in Australia already today. The Treasury advice tells us that we might move to 80,000 people a year roughly accessing that scheme. So we're talking about 30,000 additional buyers. This is in a market where 700,000 property transactions are taking place each year. But let me say that the reason that we can be confident about this is because we have, alongside that commitment, a commitment to build 100,000 homes for first-home buyers around the country. So whatever we're doing on the side of trying to help first-home buyers in, it needs to be balanced out by bringing
Yeah, this is the first time ever, yeah.
And that's one of the key differences between Labor and Liberal.
I never tend to do these type of things, but I just want to show you around.
Raising house prices but not building more homes. We have a different approach. Now, just let me give you the contrast with super for housing. I said 30,000 new home buyers. What Michael and his
So this is Noble Park, guys.
saying
We're coming.
is
We're
that they are
coming.
going to give millions of people around our country access to roughly the same amount of superannuation on a single day. So what are we going to have the result of that? What we're going to see is that
Yes,
young
we
people
do.
around the country are going to go along to an auction. They're going to bid up against each other, tracking their retirement savings. But because no new houses will be built, they're basically taking and ransacking that generation's retirement savings, and they are gifting it to the older property-owning generation. Like if I was trying to cook up a way to make this work, then I would start with super for housing. You know, forget about all the other things the coalition are saying on housing. This is the thing that is going to make the most impact on the housing market, and it will be a terrible thing for the nation's young people.
Did you want a quick response?
Yeah, I'd love to. Again, the union super funds won't allow the Labor Party to provide first home buyers with an access to a portion of their super. They wouldn't allow it. So it's not even a policy that could even get through the front door of the Labor Party. But what is the counterfactual to what Claire is saying? So the counterfactual is that the answer for young first home buyers is that somehow it improves our housing market if young first home buyers don't have enough for a deposit. That somehow that is assisting the housing market. Young first home buyers under our policy will get access to up to 50,000 or 40% of their super balance. It won't represent the entire deposit, it will represent a portion. It will accelerate it. Claire is saying to this audience and to the Australian people that the average person who's saving for 14 years for a deposit in Sydney or 10 to 12 years in Melbourne is perfectly acceptable. That is essentially what Claire is saying. And she,
Just out in the back, just out in the wild. Not like maybe like on the country roads like Geelong and stuff. We see kangaroos. Not much in these kind of local areas.
Shadow Minister.
Not much kangaroos in local areas.
110,000 households that will benefit over 4 years. The average benefit $11,000. The document says it will cost 1.2.
But countryside there's lots.
It will be 1.21 billion.
And we've arrived at my uncle's house.
More, is the 11,000 wrong, or is it fewer households?
No, we've never said that the 11,000 is the average. What we said is 11,000 is for a typical couple. It's a cameo we've used, which I think is...
I thought you guys want to get inside. Koala bears, yes, we see them in the wild, in the zoo. They're always in the zoo.
He's not asking the zoo outside in the marketing.
Koala bears, they're asking.
Unless you get it when you go out to the bush.
Yeah, when you go to the bush, there's koala bears.
We will be delighted if as many Australians as possible...
Not in the wild, no. In the bush. Lock the door. Oh no, wait, I have to get my stuff in the back. I'll come through there too. But yeah, I'm doing a live right now. Yeah, just tell Zach that that I'll be around later on or something. I don't know. I like to show you guys around. I like to show you guys around this place. This is my uncle's place. Just heading up there now. hit the thumbs up button, guys. Matt, if you're around, anyone, please, Thomas up. Talking about Matt. Matt. Is Matt around?
எனக்கு ஒரு பிரச்சனையும் இல்லைமோ நான் 2016 போடுறேன் முறை போயிட்டு வந்துட்டு சிலோனுக்கு நீங்க காசு கொண்டு போய் கொண்டு வரனா பரவாயில்ல இல்ல கொண்டு வர இது நான் இங்க இருந்து டிவி சாமானம் வாங்கி போட்டேன்.
I'm just relaxing on the bed, guys. Did Zach just start Tink, or how many hours ago did he start? Half an hour ago or 1 hour ago?
சாப்பாடே அப்படி வச்சு ட்ரிங்க் கடற்கரை அடிச்சுட்டு போயிட்டு சாப்பாடு போகலாம் அது என்ன அசிங்கம் அது குடி இல்லைங்க அது ஏன்னா அது ஸ்லீப்பிங் டேப்லெட் அது வேணா ஸ்லீப்பிங் டேப்லெட் கொடுத்தாருன்னு கடுத்து படுறது நல்ல சுகமா இருக்கும்.
Hang on a minute, let me charge my phone because it's nearly dead. It's nearly dead. I'm just at my uncle's house watching TV. That's why I'm going to put myself on mute, guys. Got myself on mute, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm just relaxing as well, as you can see. I took. Just give me a minute. I just gotta check something. Just relaxing on the bed here. I saw the Thomas up. So I'm getting a sound card in 5 days, guys. So hopefully I'll join Vlog and Manisa and Arlene singing songs, singing music. So in another 5 days, I'm getting a sound card. So you can all hear me sing. We can all sing together. I might end it soon, guys, because I hear that someone is live, so I might go and check them out. Or maybe I might stay here for a bit. Who knows? It's gonna start in 1 minute, so I might pop by there. But I'll take you guys on the road. On the way home, yeah, I'll I'll show you the way we're going home driving. We might take the freeway again, or we might take the Gills Park. I'm going for a walk too, so who knows? I might talk while I'm walking. Who knows? Depends on how I'm feeling, guys. Give me a second. Why is this happening? No, don't stop.